And let's welcome the next senator from the state of Texas, James Talarico.
Thank you. It's so good to be in El Paso, Texas. And thank you, Vince, for your kind words, for your friendship to me, for your service to this community. Thank you to the volunteers in the vests who made this event possible. And thank you to all of you for showing up here on short notice. It is so good to be in El Paso. As Vince said, my grandparents lived here when I was growing up. I have so many fond memories of being in this city. The first time I ever saw mountains was here in El Paso. And this place has always meant so much to me. So thank you for the warm welcome. We are on our Take Back Texas tour. We're hitting the road. We're going to every corner of this state. We're not writing off any voter. We're not writing off any community. We're talking to everyone and going everywhere, because that is how we're going to flip this state in November of this year. And I want to tell you how good it is to be in this city after such a crazy week on our campaign. On Monday, I filmed an interview with Stephen Colbert on The Late Show. And as you probably have heard, the Trump administration colluded with corporate media executives at CBS to keep the interview off the air. But I think it's fair to say their plan backfired. You know, that kind of attack on the freedom of speech and the freedom of the press is a danger to all of us. These are the same people who campaigned against cancel culture in 2024. Now they are trying to control what we say, what we watch, what we read, and this is the most dangerous kind of cancel culture, the kind that comes from the very top. Yes. They did it to The View after I went on that show. They did it to Jimmy Kimmel after telling a joke they didn't like. And then they went after Stephen Colbert for telling the truth about Paramount's bribe to the president. Corporate media executives are selling out the freedom of speech to curry favor with corrupt politicians. And a threat to any of our First Amendment rights is a threat to all of our First Amendment rights. Whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, whether you're a progressive or a conservative, because the real fight in this country is not left versus right, it's top versus bottom. We launched this campaign for the U.S. Senate 5 months ago in my hometown of Round Rock, Texas, and since then, we have had thousands of Texans showing up to rally with us in every corner of the state, from Amarillo to Brownsville, from Beaumont to right here in El Paso. And I can't tell you how many people have come up to me at the end of these events and whispered, "I'm not a Democrat," like it's some kind of secret. We have recruited more than 22,000 volunteers who are doing the organizing work in every community in this state to win in November. And we have shattered grassroots fundraising records, all without taking a dime from corporate PACs. This is a people-powered movement to take on this broken, corrupt political system. This is a campaign of, by, and for the people. We are not just organizing to win an election. We are organizing to fundamentally change our politics in this country. We are so divided as a country that we can't even share the Super Bowl anymore. 2 different halftime shows for 2 different Americas living in 2 different realities. Bad Bunny, one of my favorite artists, gave one of the best Super Bowl halftime performances of all time. And then I saw that Kid Rock, an artist that I also grew up listening to, He put on a counter concert, which I didn't even know that was a thing. What would lead someone to protest that beautiful halftime show? And where does that come from? It comes from fear. Fear of the unknown. Fear of change. Fears that we all struggle with. There was nothing to be afraid of in that halftime show. Just joy and unity and love. Because in the word of Scripture, love casts out fear. Or in the words of Bad Bunny, the only thing more powerful than hate is love. That word love is maybe the most important word in the English language, the most important word in all of our lives. And yet, we rarely hear it in our politics. My granddad was a Baptist preacher in South Texas, and when I was real little, he told me that Jesus gave us 2 commandments: love God and love neighbor. Jesus could have told us to love our immediate family members or love our close friends. Those would have been easier commandments to follow. But he told us to love our neighbors. And that's inherently a public thing. It's what led me to public service. First, as a public school teacher on the west side of San Antonio. Now as a public official. I launched my very first campaign for the Texas House 8 years ago, back home in Williamson County. And back then, I was told it was a lost cause. I was a Democrat running in a Trump district, in a county that was so red, it hadn't voted for a Democrat for president since Jimmy Carter.